No gangs, no prisoners, baby. Look at that. What the hell? They can try, but they'll never take. What is up? What is up? Welcome back to Tastee Motive, man. Today we are up in the car. We got the car bang on deck. We got the loaded Chipotle on deck. She's gonna get it all out. I'm gonna go over what we got. I got a burrito bowl. Basically what I got in my burrito bowl is rice, half and half rice, half and half beans, half and half meat of chicken and steak, and then just the regular loaded sour cream, cheese, pico de gallo, corn, sofritas. That's it, right? Guacamole on the side. Basically, we got the same exact thing. Yeah. With wok and chips on the side. Today we will be talking about the Las Vegas incident that happened this morning at 12 a.m. technically today. So let's go ahead and prepare everything first though, and then we'll go from there. So let's go ahead. Here are the chips. We got 1 and 1.
We got the guac.
I got red salsa. I like this from Chipotle. We're gonna unveil the bowl right now. So
this is carnitas. I got carnitas.
She got the carnitas bowl. So let me go ahead and show you a little glimpse of that real quick. Your first time, right?
Trying the carnitas?
First time trying carnitas. Mm-hmm. So here's the carnitas bowl, guys. You guys can see that. Check it out, check it out. And then this is mine. This is a steak and chicken bowl. It's really overloaded. Just the way I like it. Check that out, guys. Ooh, wee, look at that. Check that out. Look at that. So let's go ahead and taste it. Taste yours. Yours got the, and then let them know how the carnita is. So for future reference to my Chipotle heads.
All right, let's see. We'll try some. Get some.
What are yours?
Yeah.
You want me to try it?
Mm-hmm.
The carnitas? All right. Don't ask me twice. Oh, that's good right there.
Not too bad. It's pretty good.
Not bad. Carnita bowl.
It's pretty good, guys.
Mmm.
Good.
A lot of flavor. Let me go ahead and dig in mine. Excellent. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you know about what happened, but some might not know everything. So basically what happened was today at around 12 a.m. there was a concert. I think it was country. I'm not sure exactly what music was being played, but there was a concert going on, guys, and it was behind it was the Mandalay Bay, I think. And if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I don't have all the details, but I just have most of some of them.
You want to look it up on the phone?
Sure. Let's look it up on the phone. Here's some wok with a little bit of chippy chip. Excellent. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna tell you detail for detail, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion on why these things happen. How's the bowl? What do you rate it from a 1 to a 10?
I give it about an 8.
This is what the guy looked like. I don't know if you can see him.
Oh, he's older.
He was a 65-year-old Caucasian male. Okay, they're not gonna show his picture as big, but here's an idea of what he looked like. You can see right there. That's him right here. Okay, so let's go to the details. Let's talk through it. I want to hear your comments in the bottom of the screen after. Okay, so it looks like his name was Stephen Paddock. He was a Las Vegas gambler. He was a cipher and a lone wolf type of man. They're saying he's like a sociopath. Okay, this is where he was shooting from. Look at how he blew the windows out. Look, he blew those windows out.
Oh my god.
He blew these windows out with his whatever he was using, his automatic machine gun, and he started shooting. Okay, there's not really a lot of details on that. So basically what happened at 12 o'clock in the morning, there was a concert going on, and this guy was in the hotel. He was in the hotel, and what he did was he blew out the windows like I just showed you, and started shooting down at the crowd. Okay. So far, I think there's over 50 dead and 400 injured. And it goes down, I think, as one of the worst or the worst shootings in modern history. What are your thoughts on people that do this kind of stuff?
What do you think? I think a lot of people that do these things, they have a lot of mental, issues. You
believe all of it's mental illness?
Yeah, I think some of it, yeah. I think some of them are just sociopaths and that are just crazy, and then they just want to kill. They just some people are just going through some things in their lives, and therefore they just get trigger happy and they just want to kill. It sounds crazy, but I honestly really think that. What do you think?
I think people become happy let's distinguish why people, instead of killing other people, instead of killing other people, let's talk about why they don't just take their own lives.
Oh.
If they're so unhappy.
I think a lot of people, when they're going through that, they're just dealing with probably just so much hurt and anger and stuff like that. Well, I think, like, okay, well, with a lot of the shootings, you hear about school shootings, about students, doing these school shootings. I think a lot in those situations have to do with a lot of bullying and a lot of things that they deal with in school. A lot of those kids get tortured by other students, and therefore,
So you think it stems back to childhood?
Yeah, I think it comes back to that. It could be that. I mean, it just could be a number of things. It could be just certain things in their lives gone on. They could have lost loved ones, family member. They could have lost homes. They could have just financially, just their finances could be.
And a lot of it has to do with financial?
I really think that people lose their homes. People just lose it. It's crazy, though. It's sad.
Look, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I used, and this has to go based on what she said about financial. I used to work in a place dealing with finance on let's just say selective things. I used to work in a place that used to finance certain things. Some of them, yachts, boats, houses. Do you guys remember? All of you remember. Some of you are going to be too young, but a lot of you will remember the epidemic, the housing collapse of 2007 through from 2007 and 8. When all those people, a lot of people lost their homes to foreclosure. A lot of people lost everything. I remember people used to call in and try to get modifications, and I used to get a lot of people that would call in suicidal. I had people tell me that they were gonna blow their heads off if they lost their house. That there was that after that there was nothing left for them. So when people get to that point, kind of reiterating what she's saying, when people get to that point, some people don't feel like they have nothing else to live for.
Yeah.
But why they go and kill other people, I think has to do with the more mental aspect of it, the sociopath mentality. To want to sit there and kill people and actually go through with it, you have to be in a certain mindset.
Yeah.
You have to really be zoned in. And the crazier part is that his wife or girlfriend was in the motel with him. She rented it with him, but she wasn't in there when he was doing it, supposedly.
Wow.
So now they're looking for her. I don't know if they found her or what. This video is going to be earlier in the day. So there's obviously going to be new developments. But, yeah, they're looking to question her now.
That's crazy, you guys.
In this hotel room, he had like 10 rifles. So you're going to sit there and tell me she didn't know?
She didn't know, yeah.
She knew.
She knew he was carrying those rifles. Maybe she didn't know he was going to carry on do this, but that, I mean, that's
they can still get her for not reporting, like.
Yeah, but that, as me being a spouse and a partner, I mean, maybe he was a hunter or something, but that's weird behavior. That's not normal. You don't carry 10 rifles with you when you're going to Vegas. Like, there's no, I mean, that's weird. I would find that weird behavior, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm. So, another thing is, one person reported being told by some lady that she told her at the concert, a lady went up to another lady and said, you're gonna die tonight. All of you are dying tonight. And she came out on the news saying that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're interviewing her. She said, a lady came up to me and she told me, you're all gonna die tonight.
Or maybe the wife did know. That's crazy.
Which, if that was the wife doing that, she's done.
Mm-hmm.
How many people were involved in this then? Why would someone just say that randomly?
Yeah, randomly.
Not that it's not possible, but that's like really like closely knitted for someone to say that. You know what I mean?
Want some more?
Where's the carnitas at?
Mm-hmm.
You put the wok in there?
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
It's pretty good with the carnitas, huh? Not bad.
It's actually surprisingly very good. There's a lot of flavor in that meat. Oh my god, look. So, I think people who alienate themselves, that should be one of the first signs. When a lot of people are experiencing like severe mental issues, they like alienate themselves. They don't want to be around, like they just go by themselves. They don't want to be around people.
Yeah, that's true.
And in the thing I read, pass me that salsa. In the thing I read, it said that he was a lone wolf, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But do you think that his wife didn't notice any of his behavior prior to that? Do you think he never mentioned it to her?
I'm pretty sure.
Or do you think she did? He did.
I'm pretty sure she seen some kind of weird exotic behavior from him.
If you were seeing someone that you knew acting like that, what would you do? Would you report them? It's family. Let's say your sisters or somebody were acting like that. Buying guns and sometimes talking about it. How would you react to that? Because it's your family.
I mean, to be honest with you, I personally would probably see it as a problem, but when you see stuff like that, sometimes you don't really think and react and, you know, do the right thing. So maybe I probably wouldn't report it, to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. I probably wouldn't think that. My concern would be more of their safety and trying to talk them out to, I mean, what is it that you're doing, and talk them out of it, you know? But I don't think it probably wouldn't like it wouldn't make me think that they're gonna go out harming people, shooting at an event, you know?
Even with all the weapons that you would see?
You know, it just, I guess it just depends on the person, you guys. You know, it just depends. I mean, I remember, you know, this is off topic here, but, you know, me being young, and my mom has a family member. Now, this person was really, really weird. And, I even felt the vibe from that person, the family member. It was one of my mom's cousins, and, I was
What kind of vibe did you get?
It's like, I just, like, he was scary. He was scary when I seen him. Like, I don't really remember. I kind of remember how he looks, but I remember his hair slipped back, combed back, and he was wearing, like, a black, long, a trench coat?
Trench coat,
yeah. And, you know, that's all I remember, but, you know, for instance, that cousin of my mom's cousin, he was always had like guns on him, so he had a gun on him, and he was just have a weird character, weird behavior. My mom got scared, and then my mom she removed us from the house, and she thought that he was gonna kill her, so my mom had to call the cops.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was like I remember that even being as small as I was. So we went to the neighbor's house, and so I mean, there is signs like something like that, then yeah, you do want to get help, and you want to, you know, call law enforcement and, you know, get the help. I mean, there's people out there, they're crazy, and you know what? Guess what? That cousin now, he's doing life in prison.
For what? Murder? No.
You know,
he might have killed your mom.
Exactly. You
and
know?
all of you guys.
Yeah, and then that's. I don't have any memories of my mom's cousin, but just that. And I remember I was scared. I was really scared, but, you know, see, if you see things like that, then yeah, you know, then yeah, you should call somebody, get the help, you know. And I don't know, what would you do if you seen like a family member with 10 rifles, or I mean,
if I see someone like that, just because of how I am and how I can read people, if I seen characteristics that go along with sociopaths, or someone who's gonna hurt somebody,
yeah,
I would have them committed. I would call the local hospital. Or even suicide prevention. So, you know, I feel like there's somebody here who has weapons. His behavior is unusual.
Yeah.
And I believe he's a harm to others and to myself.
Yeah.
And today that doesn't work. That gets people more mad. But you know what? What else can you do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you want to save your family member, you know, at least try to get him some help.
Not only that, like, you know, from harming anyone. You know, harming themselves.
I wouldn't even do a thumbnail.
I don't know, it's just scary. Nowadays, you can't. It just makes you think about, like, where the events you go to, you know? You just never know. There's not enough security. Not so much security, but
Not even that. It's
checking. You know, people could get away with stuff and sneak stuff in. Find their own ways, and it's just scary. You just never know. You could be at a damn baseball game, and how about something that's scary? That's
pretty scary.
That's really scary. Or a concert, you know.
What do you rate the bowl?
It was good. I give it like an 8.
Better than chicken?
It was pretty good. Yeah, probably better than the chicken.
What are your thoughts on what happened today, guys? Tell me in the comments below. What are your thoughts? You gonna kill it?
I'm already full. The aftermath, you guys. It was good. You guys haven't tried the carnitas, try it. It's pretty good.
People say that. Certain people say when they eat Chipotle they get sick. I don't think it's the food. I think it's their bodies.
Well, no, because remember when I used to, when we used to live over there, we used to go to that place. You guys,
Maybe it was just that one.
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Before, a couple years back, I stopped eating Chipotle. because you know I would get sick and I would feel sick. My stomach will hurt. I think it's probably because the combination of the cold and probably the combination of the warm, it probably messes up your stomach. Or maybe it's just too much cold. I don't know.
We should try to remake this at the house.
Yeah. But it doesn't really mess with my stomach like before at all. It's good though. But that's when we used to get more like the burritos.
Maybe it's a tortilla. Who knows? We don't get the burritos no more. Just the tortilla is like 400 calories.
Yeah, when he used to like, it was a massive burrito.
So save a little bit of calories, you know, on the tortilla. Makes up, I guess, for like this, just the dairy that you add to Chipotle. Every time I eat Chipotle, I don't feel sluggish though. I don't feel nasty like I do at other spots, just because there's not a lot of like, you're getting nutrients in here. You're getting a lot of protein from the chicken. You're getting a lot of minerals, vitamins from the beans. You know, obviously that's the healthiest part. So fritas with the bell peppers, a lot of vitamins and minerals in that too. The worst part, I guess, is, you know, the sour cream and the cheese and the rice. But we go half and half on the rice. I don't get white rice. I get both. I get black beans, pinto beans. Like, it's a very nutritional meal. That's why you don't feel the way you do after when you eat Chipotle, because you're not eating all those. This is no additives, no preservatives, no colors added, non-GMO. So that's why you don't. If you go eat Chipotle, you don't feel all bad after your body. If we would have went to McDonald's and eating McDonald's right now, about this time right now, I would feel like crap.
Yep.
My body would be rejecting it. I would feel nasty. You know, yesterday when I filmed my Wiener Schnitzel video, I didn't feel as bad as the McDonald's one that I filmed, but I did feel like really thirsty. There's a lot of salt in Wiener Schnitzel, you know. But I'm thinking of doing like a Chipotle once a week for my videos. So I'm thinking maybe, what could I call it? Chipotle what? There's no series. Or like Chipotle Wednesdays, Chipotle Thursdays, Chipotle Sundays. No. Maybe Chipotle Wednesdays or Tuesdays. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna do it like at least once a week. You know, hopefully you guys get used to it. But that was a good meal and a good discussion. You know.
There's a lot of guacamole left over. There's a lot of guac left over.
No. And the sofritas are so good. Where's the cover at? No, I'm kind of full already.
I don't know what for it. It was so good, you guys. I can eat this like this and I'm good.
The guac's good.
Very good.
I'm gonna save mine later. For later. A little snack later on. That was good. I can never cover this. So that's gonna wrap up the video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's your boy Tastee Motive and
Crystal.
You just say charisma?
No, I was gonna say Creation Crystal, but Crystal XOX.
Subscribe to our beauty channel, Creation Crystal. We will see you guys in the next one. It's your boy Tastee, and we out. Peace.